Today I'm going for the Platinum Trophy of Gravel, an off-road racing game from 2018. The game has a total of 31 trophies, including the Platinum. Most of them are pretty straightforward and can be earned just by playing through the main story. On top of that, there are a few miscellaneous ones and 2 multiplayer ones. So let's get started. Upon starting Off-Road Masters, you are immediately put in the first race, which you are not required to win, but I did anyway. This popped our first 2 trophies, one for finishing first in a Wild Rush race, which are races with more open tracks where you have to do multiple laps, and the second for getting 3 stars in a career event. Getting 3 stars is actually not that difficult as it sounds. You earn 1 star for simply finishing the race, 2 stars for placing third, and 3 stars for coming in first. The next 3 trophies I got was also winning first place for certain event types, one for Stadium Circuit, which are multi-lap races inside the stadium, one for Cross Country, which is a single lap open area race where you have to pass through checkpoints, and one for Speed Cross, which is your usual racetrack contest. Next I got 2 random trophies, I Believe I Can Fly for having at least 6 seconds of airtime in a race, and then Super Fast for reaching 230 km per hour. Then I finished my first elimination race where the last driver gets, well, you guessed it, eliminated until there's only one left. This gave me the trophy Survivor, and at the same time upon reaching level 10 I got promoted. Next I won my first head-to-head race for another trophy, always in the lead, and with that I unlocked 10 new vehicles for 40 Wheels for Me trophy. In order to unlock new cars and tracks, all you have to do is win races and level up, nothing difficult. Then a special episode came up in the carrier where you have to win races against a specific racer. Completing the first one, I unlocked the trophy, Just a Warning Shot. And next, I got a trophy randomly for performing a jump that lasted more than 3 seconds. Now after this, my most hated type of race got introduced, which is called Smash Up. Basically there are red and green signs on the track and you must hit the green ones to pass, and if you hit the red one, your car just stops in its tracks. And if you miss one of these lines of signs, your car will get teleported back. I actually hated this type of race so much. Every time I came up, I set the difficulty to the easiest just to get over with it quickly. Sadly, I did miss out on some XP because of this. You will later know why this matters. There was actually a trophy related to this game mode where I had to only hit the green signs. Thankfully this one was very easy since you don't even need to reach first place, but after a round of slow and steady driving I got Green Wave. Now I just continued playing the game and finishing races to 3 stars, and eventually I got the trophy for unlocking 20 new vehicles, performing 3 perfect landings and reaching level 25. Now this game features a divine mechanic where if you mess up you can turn back time to a few seconds earlier and correct your mistake. This was a very useful feature that saved me a couple of times throughout my playthrough. However, I did find a quite hilarious bug where if you use the rewind feature, after your car is respawning after a crash, it will turn fully invisible, making it quite hard to drive. I did try to finish a race like that, but I gave up. For a while, no new trophies popped, but I continued doing the races and getting all stars from them. And after a while, I got Globetrotter for completing a race in every different location, and then the real boss for completing all special episodes, thus defeating every major rival in my way. After this, I got Passport Control for unlocking all tracks in the game. At this point I was very close to the end of the game and I got the Graduate for reaching level 50. And then I finally reached the final couple of races, and upon finishing them I got Showman for getting all stars in the career mode. I was actually a bit confused because the final league event was not needed for this, but I just moved on to the final league, completed it, and I became the new off-road master, and at the same time I unlocked all vehicles for another trophy. And that's it for career mode, but I still had some trophies to clean up. I played a time attack race for another easy trophy, Timekeeper. This one was yet another easy trophy, since you didn't have to reach any specific time in any map, just simply finish the race. The next 2 trophies were a bit more tricky. For Reckless Driver, I had to maintain a drift for 7 seconds. This one wasn't that bad with the correct map and car, but it did take me a couple of tries. The second one, however, was much harder. Like a train wants you to maintain high speed for 40 consecutive seconds. You enter high speed whenever your car reaches a certain speed threshold. And it's completely different for each car. But taking a too sharp turn or bumping and going airborne ends your combo and you have to start over. I had to do it without accidentally drifting or jumping. Only viable map for this trophy was the very first one where we started the career, and you had to use a car from the trophy truck class. The trick was to start going full speed as you enter the second cave and try to turn just slightly enough so that you can both stay on track and keep your high speed all the time while you finish the race. It did take me a couple of tries, but I eventually got it, and with that, the trophy. Next, I went for the 2 online trophies, but since the game's multiplayer is dead, I had to call my friend in to help me. Luckily, it wasn't difficult, as you only need to play 1 online game for Hello World and 10 for Online Champion. Now there was just 1 more trophy left before the Platinum. Beautiful Outside makes you get all liveries in the game, which are basically skins for your vehicles. In order to get all of them, you need to reach level 100, however, after doing every other trophy, I was only at 55. So I looked up which is the best event to grind XP on, which was American Tour. Put in a podcast in the background and grinded for the next 4 hours, and after reaching level 100, I got Beautiful Outside, and finally, the Platinum. Would I recommend this Platinum? According to my PlayStation, it took me about 16 hours to finish everything, so if you're cool with a bit of post-game grinding, I'd say go for it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, drop a like and follow me on Twitch, and tell me what I should Platinum next.